Hello again, I am Blunty, and today I've got a couple of products for those of you with at least one working ear. One is for personal listening, the other one is to share the noises you've got trapped inside the magical noise-making boxes you keep in your pockets. So let's go private first, public second. So, these are the Sennheiser Momentum OnEar. The sharp-eyed regular viewers may have even seen me sporting them in a fistful of videos recently as I've been testing them. You'll quite often spot a self-portrait in one of my camera reviews when I've got these slapped on my head. And as the name suggests, they're a new on-ear version of the existing Momentum over-ear headset, which are of course much larger and chunkier than these street-going sound expellers. Now these are designed as a premium experience, and considering the current asking price of just shy of 300 Aussie dollar-doos, they damn well better be a premium bit of kit, don't you think? But for those of you who do see the benefit of buying this level of gear, well, I'm happy to report the Momentum On-Ears are the best set of on-ear headphones I've ever experienced. I am not exaggerating. They're fantastic end to end. The most important part, of course, is sound quality, and considering they're Sennheisers, it's kind of hard to go far wrong. Sennheiser are some of the best in the business for sound quality as far as I'm concerned, and I've been putting their gear on my head since long before I was reviewing stuff here on the tubes. And every Sennheiser headset I've ever owned has been terrific. But just to put a button on it, the sound is rich and deep, and really very, very well balanced right across the frequency range. It's crisp and very detailed in the highs and has a good reach down into the lows while never ever sounding kind of muddy. They're not quite as thumpingly deep as you can get from a good set of over-ears, of course, but they're still certainly capable of delivering quite good lows. And of course these are significantly lighter and more comfortable and easier to carry with you than over-ears. Now, to be honest, I've never really liked most on-ear headphones I've tried. They've always put too much pressure on my ears and they make them sore after just an hour or two. That's why I've normally preferred over-ears or earbuds. But these really are a completely different story. These are the absolute most comfortable on-ear headphones I've ever put on my fat noggin. And by any standard, comparing them to over-ears and earbuds the same, they're amazingly comfy. I've worn these for up to 7 hours at a time and never got sore or sweaty or uncomfortable in any manner, and that's kind of crazy. They come with a really nice carry pouch, but I've just been throwing them in my messenger bag without it. Partly to save some space and partly to see how tough they are, and they've survived excellently. The build quality is top notch and the materials are a huge cut above the usual fare as well. The metal headband and the earpads are both covered with a crazy soft and, more importantly, breathable material called Alcantara, or whatever that means. I'm told it's specially imported from Europe and is very fancy and special and stuff. I'm also told the earpads have 2 layers of some kind of special foam. And to be honest with you, I really don't care. It could be made from compressed moon dust for all I give a whiff. All I care about is how comfortable they are. And on that score, they are absolutely fantastic. I love them. The earpads sit on little mobile ball joints to angle themselves properly to your head, and they can slide up and down a channel in the band, so you can of course adjust the fit properly. The jack is very low profile, which I like. It keeps it out of trouble, but the best bit is this. The whole thing can be disconnected from the headset and replaced, so if you ever manage to damage the cord or the jack, they aren't rendered instantly useless. You get to keep your investment in the headset. You just get another cord, and I love that, especially when these aren't exactly an impulse buy price item. And of course it almost goes without saying, it has a remote on the cord so you can control your iPhone, your iPad, your iPod and most Android handsets. And even the microphone quality is a cut above the usual here. Again, no great surprise, because again, this is Sennheiser and they're pretty damn good at microphones as well. If you haven't figured it out, you're listening to it right now. The Momentums are pretty fashionable and trendy as far as the design goes, but not obnoxiously so. It's a kind of classy, subtle design that the pretty people will love and probably match their friggin' shoes to or something, but even big dorks like me can wear them without feeling like an even bigger doofus than usual. So all in all, friggin' fantastic set of headphones, and while not cheap, they certainly deliver the value for their price, and I love them. So that's the personal listening done. Next up, sharing your tunes with the world. Now again, long-time viewers may remember when I reviewed something called the Rukus Solar Bluetooth speakers. Well, meet their little brother, the Rugged Rukus. Smaller and even more portable than the original, but still carrying all of the little tricks that I like so much about its big brother. And most obviously that includes the solar panel on top, which will mean you can stream your music to it all day long under the sun without ever worrying about how much power is left in the batteries. And it's also used to keep those internal lithium batteries charged, so once the sun does go down, it'll still keep thumping out the tunes for up to 8 hours more. And should the sun not be an option, you can also charge him up through a standard USB connection as well. It'll take about 2.5 hours to charge from USB, or about 5 hours worth of sunlight. It'll suck in your audio across a normal Bluetooth connection, or you can go direct through a standard 3.5mm input jack. And it's even got a USB output jack, just like the bigger model. And from this you can power up and even charge your phone, so it too can keep going hour after hour after hour after hour, though it doesn't pump out quite enough juice to recharge your iPad. But pretty much every phone and iPod and MP3 player out there will do perfectly fine. It's built tough and is rated for drops of a metre or so, which means if you drop it while carrying it, or knock it off a table or something, it should be just fine. It's also water resistant, of course, so if you get caught in the rain, you're fine. If it gets splashed next to the pool, you're fine. If you splash your margarita on it, no worries. Somewhat less adventurously, it also means it's very handy to use in the bathroom if you like to sing while you shower. It's even got big wide loops in the body so you can tie it to your bag or throw a carabiner or something in there to make carrying or even securing it nice and easy. The sound it outputs isn't huge, but it's very, very clear, and it will pump out quite enough volume to be a nice music bed to your goings-on. But it's not exactly the best choice for, say, a dance party or something. This is for the beach, for the barbecue, around the pool, or even in the bathroom or bedroom. I've even been using this one in the lounge room to play podcasts and such while I trundle about doing my housework or something, and it works wonderfully for that. Now, of course, price tends to vary a bit depending on where you get it, but right now a Google for it will throw you prices somewhere easily under $130. I've seen as low as $99, as a matter of fact. A terrific little accessory for the incoming Aussie summer, and a generally clever and very well thought out bit of kit. Certainly one of the better value and easily one of the most feature-rich Bluetooth speakers you can get. And let's face it, some of those are complete rip-offs. But the Rugged Rukus, damn fine value as far as I'm concerned, well worth a look. So that's that. I am Blunty, thank you for watching, hope this has been handy, and I'll catch you next time.